Bank of America confirmed after this no one will buy Ripple XRP. Garlinghouse repeats that Ripple is ready to negotiate with the SEC if the agency provides clarity on XRP, which will help American institutions such as Bank of America gain a competitive advantage through the use of Ripple ODL. The current price of XRP for today is $0.35 and the trading volume for 24 hours is $136,000,000 We are updating our XRP price in US dollars in real time. XRP has dropped 30% in the last 24 hours. Welcome to the Rich Club channel. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Do you think the analysts are right about XRP? Write the answers in the comments. Giving away 500 XRP at the end of the week. One random subscriber will receive XRP coins. Take a look at the instructions in the comments section. All you need to do is write the word XRP, watch the video to the end to like and subscribe. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, has not been definitive over the past few days. Last week, the RSI held a neutral value of 50 as support, but recently this level has not passed. Thus, there may be some volatile dynamics during the weekend. Similarly, the Awesome Oscillator, AO, was also below zero. He has not yet shown a strong bearish impulse. The A/D line had a resistance zone that was directly overhead and was indicated by two dotted white lines. If A/D can overcome this region, it will be a sign of sustained demand for the XRP rally. The Directional Movement Index, DMI, showed the absence of a strong trend. ADX, yellow, it was at level 20, ADI just above the 20 mark. Technically, this indicated a bearish trend, but in general meant the absence of a significant trend over the past few days. The $0.35-$0.36 range will be important to protect the bulls over the next day or two. The formation of a lower low below this area will signal bearish strength. Momentum indicators were inconclusive on the lower timeframes. Bitcoin could also strongly influence the direction of XRP in the near future. The cryptocurrency market is still trying to recover from the recent collapse of FTX. David Schwartz, technical director of Ripple, continues to comment on the situation and warn investors in cryptocurrency. The technical director of Ripple mentioned in a Twitter thread that there is one important lesson that, in his opinion, will not be learned from this crash. He said that if someone holds billions of funds from other people for a long period of time, then the temptation to speculate on these assets becomes irresistible. However, if there are not many checks in this process, nothing will help, he believes. The technical director of Ripple pointed out the laws and regulators that punish only after the case is done, but do not interfere with the attackers before. At the same time, investors are also not engaged in analysis. The most important lesson to be learned from the FTX crash is that temptation is impossible to resist. David Schwartz notes that most people would prefer not to learn from this fact. He also added that groups of expert investors who have access to confidential information about firms have not been able to find out. At the same time, they invested hundreds of millions of dollars in FTX. This shows that they were too attracted by the profit motive. In this endeavor, they invested money in the scam and allowed it to grow and attract more people. However, the customers had no idea what was going on behind them. According to Schwartz, one should not expect due diligence on the part of investors. He believes that even when some users notice warning signs early on, others will dismiss them as sowing fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Shortly after U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres granted the petitions of 11 organizations to file amicus curiae briefs in Ripple's lawsuit against the SEC. Some companies and associations officially filed their opinions. According to former federal prosecutor James K. Phelan, to date, 7 of the 11 organizations have officially filed their respective amicus briefs. The day before yesterday, lawyer John Deaton, on behalf of the XRP holders, officially filed an amicus curiae application in opposition to the SEC's motion for a summary judgment that the purchase of XRP is an investment in a common venture with other XRP holders and with Ripple. Attorney Deaton noted in the brief that if the SEC had limited its theory to specific XRP sales offered by Ripple, there would have been no need to file a brief on behalf of investors. He added that the SEC's goal in the lawsuit is to expand its regulatory jurisdiction beyond Ripple XRP sales to regulate secondary markets. Even more worryingly, the SEC is asking this court to rule in summary proceedings in favor of the SEC, effectively granting the SEC jurisdiction over non-parties in this litigation consisting entirely of the ecosystem of digital assets, Deaton's lawyer said in the opinion. The conclusion stated that if the SEC succeeds in its quest to qualify all XRP sales as a violation of U.S. securities laws, the court would indirectly give the SEC the authority to regulate other non-parties, including XRP users and holders, sellers, crypto exchanges, as well as developers. Deaton's lawyer added that if the decision is made in favor of the SEC, the agency will use enforcement measures as a control example to expand its jurisdiction, and millions of innocent owners will suffer damage. The Blockchain Association has also officially filed an amicus curiae brief in support of Ripple against the SEC. According to the Blockchain Association, the court's decision in favor of the Securities and Exchange Commission could seriously affect the entire blockchain industry. The SEC's statements and claims in Ripple's lawsuit indicate that the agency not only interprets the relationship between investors and token issuers as an investment contract, but the SEC's broad interpretation of U.S. securities laws will have devastating consequences for the industry and even beyond. Yesterday, the leading crypto investment company Paradigm Operations also filed its amicus report in support of the Ripple case. Paradigm Operations used its amicus curiae brief to shed light on an important area that could affect the entire cryptocurrency market. Paradigm said the SEC's rhetoric in the case goes beyond whether XRP sales violate U.S. securities laws. The rhetoric of the Securities and Exchange Commission goes further than its statements require or what the law supports. He claims that XRP tokens and many other crypto assets are securities in themselves, Paradigm said. Other companies that have officially filed amicus reports following Judge Torres' recent approval include Reaper Financial, VeriDAO, and Crypto Council for Innovation, CCI. Ripple Labs CEO Brad Garlinghouse reiterated that the lawsuit with the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, can only be settled if the federal agency provides regulatory clarity regarding XRP. Garlinghouse announced this to Linkto sales director Nick Barafato at the recently concluded Ripple Swell 2022 conference in London. I met Brad Garlinghouse face to face and he made it clear that Ripple is ready to negotiate with the SEC if they can clarify the situation with XRP, Barafato said. According to him, Garlinghouse also said that American financial institutions are monitoring the development of the ongoing lawsuit between the SEC and Ripple. He added that these companies will join Ripple when the blockchain company comes to an agreement with the SEC. Barafato said Garlinghouse was specific about Bank of America. The head of Ripple believes that Bank of America will gain a competitive advantage when the blockchain company settles with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Bank of America will gain a competitive advantage when the SEC case against Ripple is settled by using ODL in the market. Ripple Labs CEO Brad Garlinghouse told Linkto sales director Nick Barafato at Ripple Swell 2022 in London that Bank of America will gain a competitive advantage when the SEC case against Ripple is settled through the use of ODL in the market. In November 2020, Ripple named Bank of America as a leading participant in its global RippleNet payment network. Despite Ripple's lawsuit against the SEC, Bank of America is still listed among the financial institutions of the network. Currently, it does not appear that the Securities and Exchange Commission has agreed that XRP is not a security. On the contrary, the SEC seeks to prove that XRP is a security using the Howey test, as well as considering XRP sales on the secondary market, such as exchanges, as sales of securities. It is worth noting that Ripple failed to reach an agreement with the SEC before the company was sued. The parties filed petitions, objections, and responses for summary proceedings. Earlier this month, the SEC won a similar lawsuit against the LBRY crypto company, which gave the agency confidence that it would also win Ripple's lawsuit. Supporters of XRP believe that Ripple has more chances to prove that the cryptocurrency is not a security. What do you think are the prospects for XRP in 2023? Write your forecasts in the comments. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the release of new videos, and do not forget about our contest. Write in the XRP comments to add 500 XRP to your account.